Oh, hello. It is shortly past the top of the hour. This is Dirty 20 Gaming. My name is Kevin, and these amazing people have agreed to play this game with me today. And that, as always, makes me happy. So let's talk to the people that make me happy. Let's start with, because, oh, you look so prepared. Sarah, tell us about yourself.
I was, and then I lost him, so I started to panic. Hey, my name is Sarah. I go by Sans on the Discord. I am on this channel far too much. I am here tonight as Clarity Palace, the best healer ever. I'm not a necromancer. Our Tuesday, Rise of the Temple, D&D, D&D 5e, homebrew world run by Shadow. I play Aiko of House Wolf. Our Wednesday game, Mask Oracle Force, I play Nightwish. Somehow I'm still the leader. Our Thursday game, City Myth Campaign, I am the DM of the Chaos on Deviant Paradox. Just come watch it. There is no explaining that game. Our Friday game, Everyday Divinity, Scion, I play Alexandria. No, I'm not even going to try. I don't even think...
Just M. You just go by Alexandria.
Just M.
M.
There we go. Super mysterious and so cool. Our Sunday 7th... In here, I actually have Cloacator, but... Sunday game, 7th Sea, Shadow of the Voxer, I play Rosa Nix. I'm finally a good guy.
Oh, it had to happen eventually.
It had to eventually happen. Other than that, you can find me over on Tango Productions, working with the Scrap Adventurer and Rock Paper Fox on stuff and things that'll come out eventually.
And I'm looking forward to meeting you during the Havoc Brigade game with a 5 of one of my favorite characters in the whole wide world. So we're going to see how that works out. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's move on, though.
I have to have 5 of them in my head.
That's okay. I'll wipe out a couple of them as quick as I can. But let's move on to Janet.
Hey, hello. I'm on Discord, Janet777, but I'm streaming and making videos and podcasts as Anime Gems. Today, I'm playing the Phoebe the Dark. Very Warlock, very edgy. Tomorrow, on the Rise of the Temple, I'm playing the Arnara, very mysterious, noble gangslayer. And every second Wednesday, I'm playing the Jazz Detective. That's all.
And the stuff on your own channels. So thank you very much for sharing that. Let's come around to playing Esker for us this evening. Rory.
Hello, I'm Rory. And yeah, as mentioned, I'm playing the very tiny rogue Esker tonight. I'm in a whole bunch of games similarly to Sarah, but not quite as many. Yeah, I'm also a member of the Sunday game, Shadow of the Voxer, playing the sprinting, slashing soldier boy Hans Reifenstahl. There's so many things going on with that character and the whole game. On alternating Wednesdays, so I'm doing everything out of order. Opposite the Humbled Heart, you can find me in Oracle Force playing physics-based daddy issues Graviton. That's my favorite bit, and it's so funny, and it's gonna make more sense as the story goes on. Trust. And the last game I'm in is Rise of the Temple as well. Insanely thorough custom world made by the True Shadowmancer. It's a lot of fun. I play one of 2 twin cat monk siblings in that game, and that's a lot of fun. That's really it. I don't have anything else cool to talk about. I'm like rebranding a whole bunch of the personal projects I work on. So yeah.
All right. Well, keep us. We are very familiar here with things I can't talk about at this time. So we just use that as all the shit that we put off. That's things we can't talk about at this time.
Pretty much.
It's not for contractual reasons. It's guilt. Next. Playing Iphigenes for us this evening. Deku Lily, thank you for joining us.
Hi.
And tell us a little bit about yourself, and then why don't we just do the magical swoosh? Tell us a bit about yourself, and then cut into Iphigenes in character and give us our recap.
I don't do much. I just watch the Dirty 20 Gaming YouTube videos and hang out in the Discord, where I may or may not send links sometimes as little pebbles for my friends. And tonight I am playing Iphigenes, the Goliath warrior. Or, not warrior. I mean, he is a warrior, but fighter is the class.
And actually, just before you start, I'm going to interrupt you. My apologies. I just wanted to share a little bit out of chat. When you called yourself Phoebe the Dark, chat suggests that you may now be better called Phoebe the Murky or Phoebe the Poorly Lit because you're not as dark as you used to be. So I would take that as a compliment. That's from Bat Kyle and Siosa.
Thank you.
Watch it, you guys. She's going to take it as a challenge.
And Glory, thank you for joining in as well. Now, please, back to Iphigenes this time. What happened to get us where we are?
We attempted to infiltrate Madness's lair. We were about to advance, but there was a sound behind us. Clarity Palace and her paper crate that disappears when closed had appeared. I know not what she threw at Eskervalis, but I told her to cease her foolishness. We became distracted by a wanted poster stuck to the paper crate. It depicted Clarity Palace as a necromancer caricature in a temple, performing a resurrection. She was now wanted, dead or alive. Madness invited us further inside the cave. The narrow crack opened into a large cavern. A long fire lit the walls, casting odd shadows as we walked by. We approached 12 small shacks. They faced an empty stage where the shadows melded. Madness blathered on. I did not listen. When we found it, Phoebe the Dark destroyed the shack with her magic. Clarity Palace's bell magic rang out. Eskervalis threw a card of some sort, summoning a frost giant. Or it looked like one. I stood beside it and felt no cold. I attacked Madness, but there was almost no substance to it. We killed one of it. Madness had fragmented itself much like Vice had, though there were only 12 copies total. Hope proclaimed Madness to be too strong within the cave. We would need to lure it outside, somehow. We left, and, out of spite, I extinguished his fire, with help. Looking back at the shacks, all damage had been repaired. Madness had the gall to ask me to feed the dog. The dog was unbothered. We debated what to do next. Convincing Madness to emerge was to be the only thing that might work. If we failed, we hoped the philosophers looking for Madness would succeed. Clarity Palace had her own idea. She wanted to enrage greed and violence to the point of madness and take out all three together. I was against this. All three of these evils only worked their magic on the populace. The people would suffer long before the evils came after us themselves. Argos was ready to tear itself apart as it stood. I asked about this. She refused to think upon it. She was insistent. As long as we did things right, it would work. She would not entertain any other outcome. Even when Phoebe the Dark agreed with me, Clarity Palace refused to be swayed. According to her, all we had to do was separate again and cause enough trouble to make the evils chase us. In her little world, there would be no impact upon the people. Everything would go to plan. A plan befitting a general. Frustration poured out of me. There was no unit cohesion in this formation. Clarity Palace had to remind me they were not soldiers. She did not need to remind me I had no friends here. That I had grown accustomed to fighting alone and outnumbered tumbled out of my mouth. Clarity Palace insisted I was no longer alone, even if separated. She clearly had a different definition of alone than I did. The pain of being surrounded by family that did not want to know my heart was a pain I was unwilling to share. Instead, I pointed out that our success thus far had only come about by tackling the evils one at a time. Finally, we did something. Phoebe the Dark attempted to coax Madness out. She failed. Escarvalis ran to fetch the philosophers. The philosophers sort of failed. Madness did not leave the cave, but it was so preoccupied with debating we could pursue another evil without it influencing the city. We chose to pursue violence. Phoebe the Dark quickly retrieved something from her hideout. She claimed it would drive the evil out of Mr. Dominus. At the theater, we climbed up to the roof. Of the 3 vents present, we chose the biggest one to enter. However, before our descent, we heard Clarity Palace's voice downstairs. She had not followed us up. We rushed down. Violence was equipped much like Escarvalis, though its daggers were coated in something vile-looking. I toppled it to the ground. Phoebe the Dark used her stone. Evil left Mr. Dominus's broken body, then was captured. Now we have a dead theater owner before us. Violence's resilience had left the body with the evil itself. By the grace of hope, there may yet be another miracle.
Wow.
That's it.
Thank you. Amazing. Bravo.
Thank you.
You find yourself covered in hearts, apparently. But the group of you find yourselves in a rather awkward situation, to put it mildly. You are standing in the theater. At your feet is the very, very dead body of Mr. Dominus, the owner of the theater who has gone a little weird in the last couple of weeks. You know that's because they were taken over by violence. And it is, in fact,
5 days.
violence. Sorry?
5 days.
5 days? Okay, sorry. Thank you. 5 days. You know that what is actually dead at your feet is an empty husk. That had until very, very recently been the body of choice for violence. They are back in the Pithos. And just when you thought you were in the clear, you hear from behind, sort of to the west of you on the map at least, "Oh my God, they killed Mr. Dominus." And the one behind that leans around the corner and looks and says, "Oh, it's the ones from the wanted poster. That one's a necromancer." And they're pointing at Clarity. And there's just body after body after body is piling up across the way here as they're saying this. And you can see that eventually there's at least 6 or 7 or maybe 10 or 12 people there that have got a clear line of sight to the group of you. What? And this, quick aside, the phrase that I'm about to say, and I'm not going to stop saying it because I've been saying it for years, is every time now that I think of it, I see a certain YouTube personality who asks the same question, except she wears a lovely evening dress and has big hair. Anyway, what do you do?
I
Grabbing
don't know.
Clarity,
Oh, hang on a second. We're going to start with Deku.
grabbing
Or
Clarity,
Ephides.
tossing her in the room, and I guess try to usher Phoebe in.
Yeah.
But I imagine she's going to like duck under my arm and bugger off to the rope we used to get in here.
Yeah, so you
Yes.
push. Yeah. Phoebe's going
Anyway.
to head for the rope. Okay. Okay.
Bar the door and
yep.
tell Clarity, now is the time for another miracle, healer.
Yeah. The door slams shut. Phoebe, you take a couple steps towards these people. They kind of shrink back, but there's so many of them now that they can't really back up without bumping into each other. You grab the rope and start climbing. You'll be out of here in very short order. So back to the ones in the room. The only one who hasn't had an actual go yet is Esker. The door slams shut. You hear that. You look around the room. You do see a broken window where Clarity came in because you broke the window to get in, right?
I opened it.
Oh, you just opened it. Okay. There's an open window in the northeast corner of the room where that purple line is on the map. It seems to lead outside. Yeah.
If you have a miracle, you better do it now. You've got like a few minutes at most, or I'm out of here.
Clarity?
I'm
Yeah.
holding still, but this is
Yeah.
not ideal.
Sweat, 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 sweat. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Clarity, what do you do?
She's gonna try
okay,
healing
Gums.
word.
Okay. Yep.
It did not go well.
On Dominus, right?
Kind of glad it didn't go well, but it's still really funny that it didn't go well.
Yeah. You rolled 2 1s on 2d4. Okay. So yeah, you do you touch them? Because healing word's technically a ranged thing.
It's not technically, it is ranged.
It is.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's why she actually chose it, because in my head, if Figgy's like picks her up and puts her in the room, so just from where she is, she tries it.
yeah, that's perfect because that goes with what's on the map. I just wanted to confirm that was right. So yeah, you and it. I mean, it's maybe maybe you're off a little bit. We were just in a fight. It was stuff happens, but it's. I mean, you might as well have shot it at a sausage. Right? You get the feeling like not only was it bad, it's utterly ineffective, and that's when you realize that. Well, maybe you realize. I won't tell you that you realize, but it might occur to you at that point that Mr. Dominus died 2 weeks ago. It's been violence inhabiting that shell for the last 2 weeks.
5 days.
5 days, sorry.
Yeah, she's gonna look to both Esker and Figanese and just be like, "He's dead.
Okay.
Useless.
And that's my cue to leave.
Out the window,
Right.
where I came in."
Crack off a quick psionic whispers. What die is that? God, what is my psionic die? God.
Probably a D6 at this level. Oh, you're 4th level, so you're probably a D6 still. Maybe a D8. Anyway, well, you find that. Phoebe, you shimmy up the rope up onto the roof of the theater, looking out over Argos in the middle of the night. You hear a door slam below you, and if you look back down, you see that all the actors and whatnot, all the witnesses, are in their room except for 2 of them, which have come out and are running this way.
I will pick up the rope and run away like assassin with parkour.
Across the ceilings. All right, you're gone. We'll just leave you here so you can still see the map. The rest of you, there is the window that Clarity came in. Because of that, Clarity, you would know that out there's kind of like an annex outside where there's dressing rooms and makeup, but you're going to come out here into sort of an alley that opens up into another alley so you can get away.
Yeah,
So you're heading that way.
that's what she's planning. That's how she's planning on leading them out.
Okay, Esker. Following. Oh, leading. I like that word. So Esker and Ephigenes following Clarity the way she came in.
Yeah, out the window.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
5
probably
hours,
going to break
nice.
the stained glass on my way out because I'm so much bigger than the both of them.
That's fair.
Sneaks out the window. Through the window.
Crashes out the window.
Just to keep it easy for me, Phoebe, do you just drop down off the roof next to these guys so you're all together again?
Next alley, not here because
Okay.
don't want to catch up
Yep.
with the actors.
Right. So you're following. Yeah, you follow them on the rooftops and then drop down when it's safe to do so.
I would like my grappling hook and rope back, please.
I will give, but with kind of counters because it would be so helpful in her job of thieves.
Well, with that, we're going to move back to this map, and we're going to go back to this page. Because you guys, as a sort of a loose-knit group, rush off into the darkness of the city of Argos. Behind you, you hear a bit of a kerfuffle, and then a bigger kerfuffle, And then as you sort of get away from downtown, so to speak, that's when you start to hear the officials are showing up. There's no police as such in Argos, but again, like happened before, the big families send their security forces down to find out what's going on, and that's all going on. And there, yeah, you can hear the yells of necromancy, and she did it again. Somehow, Clarity has now got credit for raising the dead twice, even though neither one of them worked. Just because of the color of her magic and circumstances, they are convinced she's a necromancer. And that means the rest of you are also dabbling in the dark arts. So even if you weren't already wanted, you really are now. You guys are like Argos's most wanted. So
I'd still suggest that we should check outside city how philosophers holding up and
okay,
bring
yeah.
them some water and maybe food.
Because you guys
Very
have
well.
you've got 2 out of this week's 3 in the bin already, right? The only one that's left is Madness, right?
Yes.
And
No, we
and
no,
No,
we,
don't-
don't
We
we
still have to
need
get greed too.
Oh,
Greed.
We've
oh,
only
sorry,
got violence.
right. Sorry, brain fart. Yeah, the big mansion on the hill. Right, that's your other hint. Yeah, so the big
Yeah,
mansion
but
on
it's
the
getting
hill.
late, so I don't know how much longer we can keep going.
yeah, because I want to check quick how
Okay.
the philosophers holding
Phoebe, you
maybe
can.
blankets,
Yeah.
give them.
Oh, nice. Okay. So Phoebe wants to do a Red Cross run up to the philosophers. All right. So you can do that. Anybody going to go with Phoebe or?
Might as well. They're
Or
outside of town, and we kind of need to lay low for a little bit.
that's
And Iphigenes, for one, has a tent, and I
yeah.
think he would have encouraged the other two to purchase similar because of our excursion out to Olympus that didn't
Yeah.
quite wind up being as long as he was expecting.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we would still have that gear.
Yep. Clarity's got her box, so she's
Agree.
golden. Yeah. All right. So I'm not going to make you roll anything for it, but there's a certain amount of sneaking and creeping involved in getting out of the city. And I said I'm not going to make you roll, but then I realized there are gates. So unless you can tell me a way that you're going to get over the city wall, you're going to have to go through a gate.
Grappling hook and rope.
There is always that. Okay. In that case,
I want, as Steve, I want to know some shady ways like sewers or something like that.
okay, that's a good idea. I'll put those two together if we want, and we can have Phoebe the Dark find a dark spot for Iphigenes to do the grappling hook over the thing. So that would give you advantage by using the help action. Let's pretend we're playing D&D. Somebody's going to roll a die here in a minute. Watch this. Oh, let's do it this way. Even though this is not D&D, we're going to do it anyway. Esker and Clarity, can you come up with anything that you would like to add to this plan? I know it's a simple plan of getting over the wall out of the city. But Phoebe finds a really dark patch of wall. Iphigenes is doing the heroic stance, spinning the thing. What do you do to make this better?
Heroic. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So, Blessings of the Trickster doesn't seem to have any number of creatures I can
Let's see.
use.
Yeah, let's give it a click. Let's see.
Is it like an area of effect surrounded on you?
magic
Within 30
action?
feet of myself.
Oh.
Dexterity on stealth checks.
You choose either yourself or a willing creature within 30 feet.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, willing creature, yeah.
So, yeah. To have advance. So yeah, okay, yeah, that would give them advance on dexterity stealth. Yeah, we'll call it that. So yeah. Yep. So you Zort as a magic action, and so now Now
Who's getting zorted?
you so far are rolling 3d20s because you're gonna make a dexterity something roll or whatever roll you can convince me to throw that grappling hook. but you're going to make it 3 times so far, and we're going to find out if we can
I
make it
want-
4
Is it-
times. Hang on for a second. If Esker can tell me something else that he's going to do to help.
Yeah, can I run distraction and chuck a monster card on the other side of the gates to get the guards' attention?
Oh, to draw the nearest guards away, the guards on the wall. I like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Hello, Malkavian Grin. Welcome back. So yeah, what did you draw? What did you
Let's
create?
see.
Hi.
80. That gets us an Oni right
Oh,
outside
wow.
the gate.
Okay.
I can't use the perception to look for the shady place.
You don't need to. You're good. You're using the help action, so you're gonna
Ah,
make
yeah.
it easier for Figanese to do it. So, yeah, an Oni appears out of the darkness outside the city gate and starts. Is it verbal? Can it do? Is it no? It's sight only, right? Or can it
Let's
make
see here.
noises? Either way,
me check.
it starts posing and calling out the guards, and they're not going, but it does distract them. So if Figanese, I would like you to roll. What would you like to roll to throw your grappling hook? What skill do you think?
I'm not sure the blessing would work on an athletics.
It's
Um,
gonna work because we're building one of those scenes. So just what?
Oh.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, athletics is my best, so.
All right. Roll it 4 times for me, please. I know this is silly,
Okay.
but yeah, we're gonna do
1,
this.
2, 3, 4.
2 26s, a 23, and a 15. Yeah.
Holy
Damn.
fuck.
This is why I wanted it. You guys go over the wall like a shadow, a slightly larger shadow, and a shadow, right? Like that's like you guys are just like a blip in the moonlight as the grapple lands perfectly. It's not all janked up at an angle, so reflecting light. It's hooked perfectly on the wall. You guys are just over like SEAL Team 6, right? Just pop, 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 pop. And because you rolled so well, you get your grapple and rope back too. As you drop down
Nice.
outside the city and head up the hill through the scrub to head to the cave. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Yes.
As you do, you make your way past those fancy mansions up on the hill. The one that you need to go to is over there. It's not on this, it's not on this path, but it's close. It's relatively close by. But you bypass all
It's over on
that.
the next hill. We
Yes.
can worry about it later.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, Rome had 7 hills. Argos had 3. Anyway, may not be factually accurate. Anyway, the group makes their way up the hill into the darkness. This is like pre-medieval Greece, the Mediterranean, in the middle of the night. The moon's starting to set, so you can see the Milky Way. But you can see the individual stars in the Milky Way. You can see the glowing points of light that are brighter. They're planets. There's some of them are they're so clear they show a visible disk. Like you could look at it and go, "That's Mars." Like it's right there. The smell of all the vines and the grasses and that dry end of summer Mediterranean air. But it's night and it's kind of cool and it's a little refreshing, which is good because you're all but running. The sweat drying on your body as you head up. Why did it not change it for you? That's interesting. Anyway, I'll have to. Phoebe, you're just back on the main map. Just ignore the map for now. But as you're making your way up the hill through that scrub land and up past a couple of the cemeteries and then up finally into this old iron or Stone Age village that this place was based on, you come around the corner and look at the hole in the ground where Madness is, and in front of it, sitting in a sort of four-cornered diamond on the ground, arguing ferociously with each other, are the 4 philosophers.
Well, this was nice until we came across them.
So they're arguing with each other and not with Madness anymore?
Bingo.
Yep.
Yep. As you get closer, they're
Phoebe.
arguing about what are
gonna
we doing here. Has turned into philosophical conversation instead of an actual literal question. So they are discussing great and mighty philosophies amongst themselves.
Phoebe to facepalm.
Yeah,
just
that's
when Phoebe
about
started
right.
getting nice, it's like, nope, you're not getting blankets for this, assholes. Clarity, the greatest healer on earth. Even you look sad. Let's start with your reaction.
She just was like, did not think was going. She didn't think this was going to work to begin with.
Yeah,
So the fact that
Oh.
it failed,
yeah.
she's just kind of like. She doesn't want to say it. She doesn't want to say it, but it's there all over her face what she wants to say.
little bit of I told you so. Oh, I love it. Epiphanes. This should be another great response to this.
You useless old man! He wants to take a couple of them up by the scruff of their necks.
Yeah,
He doesn't care that one of them is jacked as he is.
yeah.
You were supposed to deal with Madness somehow.
Oh, that fellow in the cave. No, he spews nothing but nonsense. Absolute nonsense. There's nothing, not a damn useful thing about it anywhere. I want an insight check, please. From Epiphanes in particular to start with.
5.
5,
Useless
okay.
old man.
Yeah, he's just you don't get any additional information. What are the others doing? Esker? I'm gonna save Phoebe for last because sometimes Phoebe shoots people, so I'm gonna make them go last. I'm just kidding, Shatner.
They just like sit down somewhere and like, can you guys just go home? You're ruining the peaceful silence of out here. Just get out of here. No help after all. Go home.
And Phoebe, I'm
somewhere
sorry for
else,
the
okay.
I'm sorry for the joke, but
It's okay.
yeah, thank you.
What's funny?
What do you do?
I just want to check if there's clues for the madness where it went.
Okay. Yep, doesn't take much looking. I don't need a roll from you, so I don't have to roll it. You can see from looking for footprints and things like that it looks like Madness came up to the top of the cave, stood there for a couple minutes, so talked to them, engaged with them, talked for a couple minutes, and then walked over and picked up the dog, and then left and headed towards town. Do you share that with the others?
Yes,
Yeah.
but we said that at least it's vulnerable, like
Yep.
the cave was immortal.
Yep. So there is that.
Silver linings, I guess.
Clarity. Yeah. Epiphanes?
Epiphanes, follow if you want, rest if you want. I care not. I'm going after Madness. And he starts hoofing it after the tracks.
Yeah.
I join Epicness.
All right. Epiphanes is on the hunt. Phoebe is on the hunt. Clarity?
Clarity's just calling after them, like, and how is that gonna help?
We needed Madness out of the cave anyway.
Follow with comments is what I've put here for what you're going to do. And Esker.
Oh, we just got out to the nice quiet outside. I
Yeah.
don't want to
Then
go back to the
stay
loud
if you
city.
Epiphanes is grumpy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is.
they'll
Fair.
pick up the rear of the group
Yeah.
I love
Unenthusiastically.
Thanks. I know he's a pain in the ass.
No, he is on task. He said, "Love it." So
Headache as soon as we get back into this damn city. It's nice and quiet out here.
Iphigenes
Mumbling the whole way.
yeah, Iphigenes storming back towards the city, followed by the sneaky and shadowy Phoebe the Dark, followed by Esker and Clarity, kind of looking at each other, going,
Yep.
And behind you, you hear as you turn to walk away, almost like you hadn't been there at all. They sit back down in their little formation and start arguing existentialism. And just before you're out of sight, one of them yells, you wouldn't happen to have any tea or anything, would you?
You don't deserve tea after destroying this one job. Like you had just one job
One job.
and don't fulfill. So you don't deserve any tea or cake or anything. And she just walk away.
Just quietly to Esker.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't gonna work.
It's a band-aid on a it's a band-aid on an amputated limb. Of course, it's not going to work. It's just meant to keep that whatever the hell he is in that cave in the cave for now. Now he's out and terrorizing the city again. Just my fucking luck. God.
Oh, I feel. I almost feel bad. I almost. It's that close to feel bad.
They're not even that upset about
to
this.
do.
They're
So,
just upset that they have to go back to the city that gives them a headache.
Yep. Well, this might make it easier.
Oh.
About halfway back down the hill to the city, you look ahead of you, and in the dark, a fire breaks out in a suburb of Argos. And about 2 minutes later, another one breaks out about a block away. And then about 2
Following the
minutes
fires.
later, another one breaks out. Do you start to run?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Yes.
leaving people behind. I have a movement
can-
of 35.
You can bolt, yeah. So you guys
Oh, yeah,
start
actually, you are
to
leaving people behind. Damn.
Yep. Yeah.
running downhill into the city. Clarity bringing up the rear.
Mr. Krabs' walking sound.
Well,
I got short legs.
remember, halfling,
Yeah.
24 halflings
Yes.
have 30-foot speed.
Yes. Yeah.
But
Just-
I'm curious the source of that fire. And I want to look.
Yeah.
Why running?
We're at a crazy distance yet, but yes. Why not? I'll roll for you here. Everybody, give me from this range. It's got to be perception
Yeah, that's fair.
or your passive perception, whichever is better. Holy
Oh.
cow! 14.
Okay.
19.
Yeah, I'll take the passive.
12.
Jesus.
I have a
Well.
passive of 12.
12,
Yeah.
passive of 12 here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Also
go with that.
passes of 12.
Okay.
I'll go with that.
Oh, wait,
So-
no. I got a 19. Never
Good
mind.
yeah,
You got a 19.
You're good.
Phoebe got a
Never mind.
14. The only two that would have failed is Clarity and Esker, which makes sense because you guys are in the back going, like the snotty
too short.
kids at
We
school.
can't see
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true too. You're also
Yep.
behind. Yeah, fair enough. But you step to the side as you used to doing. It's like, I wonder where we're going. Right? It's like a dog looking out the window. You just kind of look between them, the two tall people. So all of you see it, and you can't see much from this distance, except that each fire there's a group of people standing in front of it with torches, and then a block later there's a different group of people standing in front of a burning house, and then a different group of each one has its own group, and the timing is just suspiciously as long as it takes to walk a block. So given that you know greed is just up the street here, that's got to be madness, convincing people to burn down their houses.
Yep. I'm going.
Too many
I'm
side
trying-
quests, too many side quests. I gave them all to you at once. Iphigenes, yes, you're first. Your leaps and
I'm
bounds ahead.
tearing. I'm tearing after that line of fire. I'm looking
Okay.
for that fucking old man.
So you're going to try and intercept the fire, like predict where where they're going.
Yes.
It's kind of movie, but give me an intelligence
I
check.
follow. I follow Infikins.
Okay, so the two of you are heading for the front of the fire.
Here we go. 9.
9. Okay.
Wait,
I can.
I have
Yeah.
my inspiration. I want
Yes,
to
you do.
reroll.
Yes, you do. Reroll.
11.
That's slightly
I
better.
can't.
Phoebe.
I can't
Yeah.
do roll.
I wouldn't necessarily, but in this case, because we've got a 9 and an 11, I'm going to give you the chance just to sort of maybe you see something they don't. So let's do. Yeah, you rolled a 6, so not good. So Iphigenes, you kind of figure it out. Um, it's heading roughly towards the museum. Like in that rough direction. So you're going to make your way in that direction.
Yep.
Okay. With Phoebe on your heels.
Yes.
Clarity Palace. What are you doing?
She's going slower, and at each house she's gonna heal whoever she can.
Oh, so you're going to start at the back of the fire?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and heal. Wonderful. And Esker.
Okay. Yeah, I'm following the two tall people as close as I can.
Yeah.
How, for the sake of my psionic whispers, whether I have to spend another die or not, or my psychic whispers, how long has it been ish since we first dipped from the theater?
All the way up the hill and back down the hill, probably close to an hour.
Okay, 4 hours to go on that.
Oh, okay.
Just
you're cool. Yeah, you're
weird, freaky whispers in Clarity's head. I'm going after them. You catch up or something. You've got 4 hours left on this connection. I don't know. Make of that what you will. I'm out of here. And I'm taking off after them, just shadow to shadow, like full rogue mode now, mask up and everything.
Perfect. Okay. So that's a very good point. So you're sneaking. I'm gonna give you that. All right. Because of that, you got the three of you are heading way over there, and Clarity's just heading here. Even though she's might be a little bit slower and not have been running quite as hard as the rest of you, you get to where you're going first. The first you run up to this group of people and the house that's burning next to them. It's starting to spread. The fire, it's almost getting to the neighbor's house, and there is some response. I mean, it's the night, so there's not a whole lot of people, but there are some people already responding with buckets and sand and wet blankets and things like that, trying to at least fight the fire. But they're being held off by a group of people with torches who appear to have been the ones that lit the fire in the first place. And as you get close, one of them swings around and holds the torch out in front of your out, and then it drops it down so it's in front of your face. You can't go in, and you can see. I mean, you don't need to roll. This person has been glazed by madness. Right, they're gone.
I would like
You're not with them.
nonchalance.
Yeah, you're not with them. This is Clarity first, and the
alright.
three of you are going to get to the other end of this. So, yeah, Clarity, what do you do?
There are people hurt in there. I need to help them.
The only thing in there is demons. And they're convinced that they're burning. You can see it. They're convinced they're burning down a den of demons.
Reminder, hope is with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She'll try.
I am a cleric of Apollo.
Turn them then. Turn the demons. Send them back from whence they came. And yeah, they let
Yep.
you through. The
Okay, so
cordon. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm gonna start helping whoever I can find first, because it sounds like people are in here.
Yes. You said you were going to go from one to the next to the next to the next. Just
Mhm.
before you step through that line, you look down the street. There's at this point 5 fires going. How many? I'm not going to. We're not going to role play every second of it out. How many spell slots are you burning in this first house? There will always be more people than you've got spell slots. That's the
Yeah, I only have 2, or I have Toll the Dead, and I have Spare the Dying.
spare the dying. I was going to say told the dead. Oh, you're
Yeah,
not
Toll the
looking
Dead's
good.
the other one. She might get there. But
Everybody
no, Spare the
dies.
Dying she has is
A
cantrip.
cantrip. Okay. Oh, so you said you have 2 spell slots. Do you want to heal? Do you want to burn one of those, or are you just walking around doing basically like last rites? Because spare the dying only keeps them from being brought back as evils, right?
Stabilizes.
Oh, it does
It's stable.
stabilize them. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you're only looking for people that are unconscious, and you're bringing them back. All right, that makes sense. So, and it's cantrips. That's all that's really important. So, yeah, everyone you go to, it's a matter of how close you're willing to get to the fire. None of these groups want to let you in, but you managed. I mean, your Clarity Palace, the greatest healer in the world. You talk your way in every single time, right? And you're just grinding your way down the street, saving people's lives, saving people's lives. As you get to about the third one, you look, something movement catches your eye across the street, and down an alley, you can see a kid with big, heavy chunk of chalk, like white chalk, and he's scratching it on the wall. He's clearly doing graffiti. And as you move, the light hits it just right. The moonlight comes off bounces off a marble facade and lights up this wall that he's working on. That's why he's working there, is because he can see it. It's you, but it's not the necromancer you. It's like this sort of flying through the air with heavy beamies coming off of it all around at you. And on your just below it, he does a big sort of Greek letter on the wall, and it stands for the healer.
She'll look at it, smile for a moment, and then be like, "Gotta get to the next one." And
Yeah. And you start working your way down the street, saving people's lives. The rest of yous dashing through the city at night, avoiding the fires, avoiding the people. You get to, again, Ephigenes, I presume you're sprinting, so you're faster?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So you get there first. You sort of skid into the main courtyard in front of the museum. You turn and you can see half a block in front of you the wizened old form of madness, the knotted muscles, and the loincloth, and the dreadlocks, and the dirty hair, and the scruffy beard. You can almost smell him from here. He's just turning around from a group of 5 or 6 people with torches, all of whom step forward and light yet another building on fire. He turns around and looks up the street at all of you and starts, the only word for it is capering towards you, like almost like the Joker, but without all the purple. Just coming towards you.
Second, he's getting in range. He's getting his ass stabbed by a spear.
Okay, roll to hit.
I want to use
Yeah.
Scourge.
The witch?
Scorching
The-
ray.
Scorching ray?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. Well, the Figanese, you said it first, so throw me a spear, please.
Spear two-handed. 14.
14, yes. Okay. Yeah, you step forward and let loose a perfect throw. I mean, you look like the one on on every piece of Greek pottery ever. The one with the shield and the spear. Your form is absolutely perfect. The spear flies through the air and goes right through him, but not in a sort of and pierced sort of way, but in a Phoomp, no contact kind of way. And even
No
though
contact.
even though you're hundreds of yards away, you hear in your head Hope's voice says, "You're gonna have to talk this one in, and you guys don't have me," because they're with Clarity at the other end of the fire. And you can't
I guess
kill Madness. Yeah.
I just wanted to stop him and grab the fucker.
Yeah. He's continuing to come towards you, so he's willing to engage with you, but it's going to have to be verbal. And that's why I did it in this order, because now, Phoebe, I presume after seeing that, you choose not to cast the spell?
No,
Yeah.
I still want.
You still want? Okay.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I engage with talking with Madness
yeah.
because he did so many stuff. I don't want to be on his side.
Yep. Okay. This is the wrong. All right. Where is it? Scorching ray. There we go. All right. So you only get that level. So 3 bolts fire out from you. The first one goes right through his head. The second one misses over his shoulder and smashes against the wall. The third one goes right through his chest. But none of them do any damage. Esker?
I,
Yeah.
That's
Esker's
it.
there with you, so I want one thing from
Alright.
each of you. So yeah.
Esker's turn.
Yeah.
Still can't hit him. He's stupid cave. Wait a minute. Cave. Freaky psychic whispers back to Clarity. Clarity, we need the Pithos. It's the only we still can't hit him. I don't know what's up with him. We need the Pithos. Where are you? I'm gonna come get it.
Which house am I at?
You're sort of you're a distance away, but yeah, you hear the message, and yeah, you know they're only they're only a couple blocks away. That's like 4 fires from you to him, but yeah.
Yeah. Can I respond back with this?
Yeah. Yeah, this is like a full open channel. You can jump on whenever you want. I don't even have to
Okay.
initiate it, I don't think.
She responds back with, "Okay, I'm healing some people. I am," gives location wherever she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I'll try and get there as fast as I can, but these people really need help.
I can meet you halfway. We need to get this freaky old man in that jar before he sets any more shit on fire. Turn to the other two. You two, keep him, I don't know, tell him a story or something. I have to go get the Pithos. I'll be back.
Yep.
It's taking off. Bonus
Perfect.
action dash all the way.
You're doing
as
the
much movement as I
sprinty
can.
bits, trying to
Yeah,
get to
no
Clarity,
sneaking. No sneaking no more.
Yeah.
Full
heal,
rogue, bonus action, and action dash.
Yeah, the full 90
Just-
feet.
Just full Naruto run. Just
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they're just
Okay.
tearing
As
through the city
Esker-
now.
As Esker's leaving,
Yeah.
Iphigenes is taking out more rope and attempting to tie up Madness.
Okay,
I want-
that's a good thought. And hang on, tie him up. Okay.
It's
And
technically not
yeah.
violent, so it should work.
Yep.
Should.
And Phoebe, what's your plan?
I want command to him stop and give the up
Oh,
to Iphigenes. I want to use command.
Oh, command to him to stop. Okay. Oh. Oh man. Yeah, I got it. Yep. Okay. You cast the spell, stop. He doesn't even blink. He doesn't even have to make the save. It doesn't even register. Iphigenes, you rush forward. He doesn't resist you at all. You throw a couple of wraps around him. You tie his wrists and the knot just falls open. It just falls off his chest when you try and wrap it around him. If you try and tie his feet together, suddenly your shoelaces are tied together. It's just, you get the impression, and it's right. You cannot do this physically. And he looks down at the two of you trying to do these things, and he finally speaks, and he says, "What makes you think I'm real?" And I need a wisdom save from both of you, please.
Oh.
Yes, I'll do yours
Yep,
for me.
I was waiting for this.
Oh.
Oh no.
Wisdom save.
8.
8 and a 6. And you're there by yourselves.
Oh no.
Yep,
You
I
stop
was waiting
fighting.
for this.
You stop fighting. You stop arguing. You're deeply convinced that you're unsure about your goals, and every time you try and have a plan, it just sort of leaks away. You're not capable of fighting or attacking him in any way. You can't actively communicate with anybody around you. You're stuck in this conversation with him. However, he has stopped moving, and the fires have stopped because he's fighting to make you mad. You've lost round 1. Esker, because I like narrative timing, you skid to a stop in front of one of these places. The group of the people with the torches are now shaking their heads and looking around. Above table, Madness is elsewhere engaged now. He's losing his grip on these people that are far away from him. So you don't have to overcome them. And you can see Clarity sort of climbing up on some rubble with the big staff sticking up above her like a flag, and saying some comforting words to somebody as you watch impossible wounds just sort of heal themselves. As you look down at the one that she just saved, and they should be dead. There's no way they should be alive. And Clarity, when you look up, you've been doing this for like minutes now, house after house after house. What do you look like physically? Is it sweaty? Is it what?
Her hair is not as great anymore, so it's probably down. The pink on the ends is absolutely showing more visibly. Her already overly baggy clothes,
Yeah.
I feel like there are patches of it are now burned.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Because she
Yep.
would have just gotten in there if she had to. Her skirt, full length skirt,
Mhm.
is probably now up to her knees, if not shorter, because she's used it to make bandages and whatever else.
Covered in soot, and you've wiped your
Yeah.
face a couple times, so you got the smeary lines and the nasty. It looks like mascara on your whole face kind of look because of the soot.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, not doing your "I'm not a necromancer" look any good at all.
No.
Esker, you skid to a stop next to Death here, and on their hip is this glorious sparkly thing, the Pythos, and in it you see Hope, and she's looking up at you. She's got the nurse's outfit on, like the old cardboard triangular thing with the red cross on the front,
Oh.
and the little
cute.
apron, and this great big oversized needle. And she looks over at you and she goes, "Oh, hi, you want some?" "I was just kidding." And then she leans forward and injects it into the leg of the person that Clarity is now talking to. And you see them sort of and come back.
I need to borrow you for a minute, Hope. Clarity, can I...
Looks up at you, Clarity, and says, "You got this, sis?"
I got it.
high five, and she holds the hand straight up.
Takes a finger down.
Bonk on that, yeah.
It is now black
Yeah,
because
oh
of
yeah.
all the soot, but
She brings her hand back, and it kind of rained down on her when you did the hand thing, so now she's got a little bit of soot on her too. She looks over at you, Esker, and goes, and blows it all off. And when it's all gone, when you reach for it to grab it, she's now got her tank girl outfit on, the cloth helmet and the goggles and the big gloves, and she's hanging up over the edge of it, going dun 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 dun, dun, as you turn around and I presume tear ass back down the street.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's for like a second. There's a like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That mental connection with Ephigenes is gone.
Yeah.
Like it just like painfully zaps out.
Yeah.
Clarity,
Oh,
take
good point. Yeah.
take your time, but this is something bad's going on. Take your time, but get to us as quickly as you can.
Back at the museum, you turn and bolt.
Off
Back
we
at the
go,
museum, Ephigenes and Phoebe, you're struggling in this whirlwind of craziness. Every time you grab onto something, I mean, this couldn't happen to two better characters, right? The two logic monsters in this party, right? They're just being assaulted by non-Euclidean physics, right? You go around a corner in your head, and it's not a corner; it's something else, and you're falling through space. And there was a unicorn at one point. It's just absolute mayhem. What do you think about or do to get out of it? Iphigenes, you ummed.
Yeah, just speaking as Deku Lily, I kind of have those days where my thoughts are kind of like skidding on ice, and
Yeah.
the little legs are like going all over the place like Bambi in the winter and
Yep.
just slippy slidey all over the place. And I don't
Beautiful.
like that feeling.
Beautiful imagery. Exactly. It's like that on acid. So
On acid.
yeah.
Oh boy,
What
it's
do
a
you?
trip.
Oh yeah. What do you
Uh,
do or who do you think about? What do you think about? Where's your anchor that you go looking for? I'll ask you both that. And
Ephigenes.
yeah. Do you want a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Janet, you got ideas for Phoebe?
Yeah, Phoebe.
I give that I want get focus to my patron and also gold fountain. Thanks to my patron. I want.
First roll to your picture. I love this. And if this doesn't work, I will think about gold. Your picture. Oh, that's perfect. An 11. It's close. You focus on the patron. You can feel the patron reaching through the darkness, but then it does that non-Euclidean thing where you reach and it just goes like that and misses. So you're still stuck this round. Back to Iphigenes. And next round is gold for Phoebe, so remind me of that. But Iphigenes.
He's thinking about marching and his friends.
Just the
And
cold.
then the rhythm of the marching becomes the thumping of tankards against the table and a drinking song with his friends.
Oh, I love this. Yep.
Because if madness isn't real, then they weren't real. And that can't be because they were real.
Bang, bang. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. This is beautiful.
Save. 3.
It's a perfect plan, except the logic clicks at the last second and you're stuck at the table in the past, banging your tankard on the table against your will, knowing full well that there's something else that you have to do, but you can't remember what it was because drinking with friends is fun. You also failed this round. Esker. Run back around the corner, come around the corner in that slow motion run, like no matter how fast you're running, it's not fast enough. Rogue mode engaged, still it feels like the world's moving, like you're going to be too late. You come around the corner and you see Iphigenes and Phoebe are basically facing you. You can see Madness from the back. And the two of them are like they're fighting off things that aren't there. They're cringing. They're making noises involuntarily. And Madness is just looking back and forth between the two of them, talking with their back to you. You're not there yet, but from across the length of the courtyard, what do you do? Lucy
Oh.
Darling. Sorry, that's the name of the YouTube person. Lucy Darling has been thinking about it all night. She does the character, but her thing is when she talks to people in the crowd, she's, and what do you do?
Oh yeah,
And she's
No,
completely
yeah, I've seen
ruined the
those
sentence
shorts.
for me. So yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, she does the transatlantic bit in her
Yeah.
fancy dresses, and yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
some
That's
of
it.
her
Yeah.
sets. That's fun.
Lucy
Um,
Darling. Yeah. So yeah.
yeah, there's probably some mutterings of mantras, and they scoop up a torch from a person they had passed or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. That makes sense. They're dropping them because they're no longer
Yeah,
mad. So yeah.
yeah, scooped up a torch, and they're tearing towards this place. They look down. Hope you this the Pithos. God, sorry. I'm making him a cave. I need you, if you can, to get the other evil assholes that are in there to act like people for a moment. If I can get him, if I can get him to think this is a cave, the torch, and I'm trying to recreate his bullshit allegory and put him in
Yep.
here. That's my
Okay.
plan.
That's a
And
really I like this plan. Yep.
I'm
You're just
stuttering through this and
yeah.
sprinting over, and
But
there's
because this
nerves, and
yeah.
it's such
But
as a bad time.
and you've only got one torch, right? It's not the
Mhm.
big fire that he had, so you're gonna have to get close.
Mhm.
So that trapped in amber, bad dream, running in slow motion with your feet getting stuck into pavement, shit going on there. Clarity. All the madness fades from around you. It's quiet. All the people that lit the fires are fleeing into the night, afraid of what they've done. It's just you and the sick, the needy, the hurt, and one little boy and a piece of chalk. Every time now, every time you stop at a house, you're trying to rush because you're trying to catch up with these guys, but you're the world's greatest healer. You cannot walk past this. Just spare the dying, spare the dying, spare the dying, spare the dying, just banging away. And it takes time. I know it only takes 6 seconds each one, but there's 5 at each house, right? So
Yeah.
you end up with across from you along all the buildings. They come out of the back alley now. They're putting them right on the front of people's houses. It's like a stop motion flip card thing of clarity healing people. And every one of them, the more you rip off bits of your skirt to make bandages, the bigger the flowers on her head get on the wall. The dirtier you get, the more chalk he uses to make you look like white and angelic and heroic. By the end of it, by this one here, you're still like 3 fires away from these guys. The most recent image across from you has got angel wings coming out of you. If you look back and count it on the street, you're at 18. 18 saved lives.
Yep. She's not thinking about that. It is okay. Who's next?
Just
Okay,
turn
who's
around
next?
the next, and we get to see Clarity absolutely focused for quite possibly the first time in this whole thing. Yeah,
Finally, on what she likes to do.
just putting people back together. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we're going to leave you doing that. Back at the museum. Phoebe, for gold this time. For
And
gold, for
put
God's sakes.
font.
Yeah, the gold fountain. 14. Um, hmm. Yeah, we're gonna okay. Ephigenes, what are you thinking of? You're sitting at that table and it starts to come into your head. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck here. I'm trapped. This isn't where I am. And it's like having dream memories of the real you. But how do you get out of that?
I guess he's trying to run out of the tavern, but he's running into an amphitheater. He's back in the pits, but he knows he wasn't here. He's not here anymore.
Right.
So he's running out of just trying to keep running,
Yep. Okay. Give me
run to
either.
Argos.
Oh,
Just
nice. Yeah. So give me either intelligence save or wisdom save. Your choice.
Wisdom because I don't have a penalty.
Okay.
I'm just rolling shit.
17. Okay.
17.
You you get back first. You shake your head. You run out of the tavern that you were drinking with, and the dream tries to do the thing where it just puts you back into that room, but you just deny it. You just know, I know this. Somebody needs me. Duty calls, right? This future self knows that I'm better than this. And you start to almost like pull yourself out of jello. It's a slow process. You can see madness ahead of you, but you can't do anything about it yet. You got to get out of the jello first. So you're coming and coming and coming. You look to the side and you see Phoebe struggling and writhing. You somehow reach out a hand and touch them. And at the moment when the two of you touch, it's like you help each other. As much as you've been at odds and as many times as you have disagreed, you two are in this together. You are facing one of the seven or one of the eight evils head on. You have to be. You don't have a choice. For right here, right now, you have to be there for each other. And with that mutual support, you both start to come out of the jello. And just as it breaks, you hear the man in front of you say, "Oh dear." And behind them, you see Eskir coming across the yard with the pithos under his arm.
You are real. All the evils up to now have been real. You are too.
And he goes, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." And his hand hits his
Yeah.
chest, and it stops. And he kind of,
I would say also
yeah.
that since you did action and hurt people by your powers, you are real because you have a real impact of world and people.
And his head snaps around and looks at the fires and comes back, eyes even wider. He's starting to stagger back away from the two of you, directly towards you, Eskir. He's not beat yet. You can tell. Hope, you can hear Hope says to you, yells out so loud enough so the three of you can hear, "He's not ready yet. He won't fit." And that's
I hear
when you
them.
notice that he's starting to physically shrink. At first, it looks like he's just sort of cowering or crouching, but then you
Oh.
realize he's actually, each time you hit him with these logic bombs that he cannot deny, he gets a little smaller. The three of you are there. Eskir, let's go next, and then we're just going to go around the circle. Eskir, Ephigenes, Phoebe, and around until you talk him into the bucket. And if it takes long enough clarity, you'll get here.
Their two mentions of like reality and what is
Yes.
real.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slow down a bit and tap him on the shoulder. I have something real for you. I have something real and somewhere real that you can go and do this forever. I hold up the torch and I'll point down into the pithos. You can have your own cave. You can do this for eternity. Anything can be real in here. That's my prompt for him.
Yep.
For this one.
He keeps shrinking a little more and a little more. Ephigenes?
Crap, I don't know what to say. Decker
Okay.
really is at a loss.
Yeah. Okay. I'll come back to you then. Phoebe, what would you say to him next?
I would say that it sounds Infectious hurted copies of him, and we said that it means he is real, like the real one, because he's outside his cave, and
Okay.
then he's the only one. There's no copies of him.
And you hear almost like a row of balloons being popped. And he shrinks even more. Ephigenes, I'll come back to you now. He's right there. He's right on the brink. He just needs one more little shove.
If you were not real, you would not need to talk to anyone. Because you are real, you need other people.
And they start to come apart. Like a Picasso painting, no? Like an eye floats down the face, the nose sort of twists and turns into a big triangle. It looks kind of like a piece of pizza. They turn into this Picasso esque 3-dimensional image in front of you. Eskier, you've got the pithos at this moment. You tilt it forward, and Hope sort of sits up on the edge of it, and she's got the eco suit on again, like the full bubble helmet and the breathing mask and all that good stuff. And he starts to fall back in, and you hear, "Not real, not real, not real, not real." And Hope reaches out and grabs him by his almost non-existent neck and pulls his head around, and she said, "If you weren't real, I couldn't do this." And she headbutts him. Bang! And
Let's
lets him go.
go.
And he goes Zzz, and drops down into the pithos. She looks up at you, and at this point, clarity for timing. At this point, you've healed the last of them. You walk up just at this moment to see Faith. You see that. You see the headbutt and in the pithos. And she looks at all of you with a very, very serious look on her face, and she says, "You mustn't tell anybody you saw me do that. It's not very hopeful."
It gave me hope.
"Oh, well, then
I
it's
give-
fine."
And I
Phoebe.
have thumb ups.
It just, yeah, thumbs up, yeah. "Oh, well, if it gave everybody hope, then that's fine. Excuse me for a second." And you see she switches into the chambermaid outfit, which is a lot like the nurse's outfit, but it's a different piece of cardboard, and it's like black, and yeah, it's got the little apron. And she's got the little feather duster. She says, "I'm just going to go make sure our new friend is at home." And you hear the steps, the tung 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 tung
Yep.
tung 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 tung, the eternal staircase inside the pathos. And the four of you.
Question.
Yes.
You said Madness took his dog. Is the dog real?
As you look around, thank you, very good point. As you look around, you don't see a dog until you look back where you just looked, and then there's a dog. And this time he shakes and kind of looks up at you with this look in his eyes, like, finally? It above table, it's basically been Schrodinger's dog. It's like if you look, he's there, and if you don't, he's not. So by finally looking for him with Madness gone, you just brought him in. You just made him real.
I want to ask something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What with my patron and stone? Because we destroyed, I destroyed stone,
Yeah.
and he didn't comment
yeah.
on anything.
Good point. I'll get to that in a second. I just want to wrap this whole scene up first. Yeah, standing there in the dark, Phoebe, you start to ask yourself, he's because you haven't had a chance, right? Since you used the stone, you haven't really had a chance to talk to your patron. So, yeah, let's do that. With the other three of you standing sort of there, this will be quick. Phoebe, you sort of check in your head, and your patron says to you, "I was expecting something different from you. You've changed." How do you respond to that?
How so change it?
"You've become positively helpful. You gave away things. And even the thought of your gold fountain wasn't enough by itself to bring you back from the brink of madness. There's something new about you, and I'm not sure I like it."
By the strong stone, I sure do. I will stay we've packed. And also, I feel like it's just a phase, and I didn't change it.
And there's quite a pause before he says, well, it certainly affected the balance of power in my eyes. We're stuck with each other then. And you realize at that point that he can't break the pact either.
And I would ask, by the way, where you were when madness affected me.
Oh, I fucked right off. I hate that guy.
But you could help me.
From a distance. I don't have to be here, but I didn't want to be here when he was here, so I wasn't. It's
I
different
hope,
in here, and
I hope that with next areas you help and not run away.
well, I can't run away now. Neither one of us can. You see a flash of
But
the image of the crystal in your head.
by the way, what is next mission from you?
I'll tell you that when we get to the house that Greed built. And you just sort of
Alright,
see dollar signs and gold fountains in your head. He wants something from the mansion. And at that point you kind of go dark in the other way, like he fades away. The conversation is over. He's left. He's still in your head, but he's not talking anymore. Which brings us
I
now.
will,
Yeah.
I will brush my hands like, go. No,
Oh.
no, like, I have a plan.
Oh.
Go.
Yeah. All right. And that brings us all back to this moment, because that only takes a split second, right? That's one of those bang moments that you have with your patron or with a god. It doesn't take time. So we cut back to the four of you standing around in front of the museum. The fires in the background are being fought by the city people now, because people just do this. They're all under control. All the ones that can be saved have been saved. Um, the public hasn't put it together yet. They're not saying the evil necromancer did this. She's actually an angel. They're talking about the angel as though they're a different person. But this story is spreading, and even in the time it takes, the 2 minutes it takes for your heartbeat to come back down to something like normal after an encounter like that, you can hear the story swirling about this angel from the gods, and it doesn't matter if the bridge is broken because there's hope, and she's going to save us all, and this was just the start of there's and her and just around and around and around. So you are now the most wanted, and at least in one case, the most blessed people in this city. But that does bring us to the point that even though you just did this and you just put madness into Pithos, you are still wanted criminals. All of you. And you're standing in a city that wants you at least incarcerated. At least.
I just get to my hideout. I
Okay.
need to rest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I have a question for you, Phoebe the Dark.
yes,
Your hideout is a perfectly safe place to hide. Do you ask them to join you there?
no, because they sleep in the temple of
Okay,
Hephaestus.
they got a spot. They're fine. Okay. Yep. All right. So, do you tell these folks that that's where you're going? I have a place.
I'd suggest see you tomorrow.
Just
I
like
have
it's
to rest,
okay.
and I go.
Okay. So just like it's the most normal thing. It was just Tuesday today. Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go around the other way then. Iphigenes, what's your Phoebe's makes their good nights and heads for wherever Phoebe
When do
goes.
we want to pursue greed?
tomorrow
When tomorrow? Daylight? Afternoon?
I
evening when
think better safe evening because less guards.
Yes.
very
Yeah.
well.
Cover of darkness would be. Yeah.
So just after
So
dusk
kinda
the next night.
shaking the events off.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. The adrenaline's gone. You're getting that after effect, the parasympathetic crash.
Also,
Yeah.
we are like Burnett space lots of
Yes, you
with
do.
art and stuff,
Yeah.
with actor.
Mhm.
I'm director of theater.
Yep.
No partners.
Yep.
We didn't sleep.
Yep. Esker and Clarity. I think I know the answer for Clarity. Cardboard box time?
Yep.
Yep. And for the first time, some of you, for the first time, see this. Clarity just sort of unfolds this box and puts it together and then climbs inside and closes the flaps. And when the last flap was closed, the whole box disappears.
Oh, wait, clarity. They like to
Yeah, you can still
set
hear
down the
him.
Pithos quickly.
Yeah, just the head comes out. Yeah.
Wherever you are, just I saw what you were doing. That was that was beautiful. That's it's the first good thing I've seen in God knows how long. And I don't know. That's all. Just you did really good. It
I
was,
tried. I helped who I could.
I need to go. Where are we going? We can't stay here, can we? Ignis, do
Temple
you?
of Hephaestus.
Are we? Will they still let us in? Are they? I mean, what
As
do we
long as
do
we
now?
bear hope.
Right.
And I know about both of these, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And as long as both of these is there, then we should be okay.
Right. Right. Hope and a friend it is then.
So just to be clear, Clarity, you're staying in your box, or are you going to the Temple of Hephaestus as well?
Could I
So
carry the box? I just watched it, so
Carry an invisible box? What the hell? Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
With
so.
just a,
totally just like
just a head sticking out like faith or like hope. Yeah. Okay. So yep. So okay. Thanks. Bye. All right. So yes, you as the three of you and Hope sneak your way through the city, back alleys all the way. You knock on the back door of the Temple of Hephaestus, and Bophides himself opens the door. For a second, he's got a look on his face that maybe makes you think madness has got to him. Like he's kind of got this big goofy grin on his face. He's not wearing a Corinthian helmet. He's got a big shield, even though it's the middle, like it's late at night, and he's wearing full blown armor. And he looks at the bunch of you and says, "Oh, I didn't see a thing." And he covers his eyes and steps back out of the door to let you in.
I guess walk in and ask what is with the armor.
I've been beaten up too many times, and I had a word with and he kind of looks out the window towards Olympus, and another word with, and he looks up at the end of the temple where the head priest sits. And the head priest, as you look up, the head priest gives him the one of those to Bophides, and Bophides says, "And I've been instructed to loosen the fuck up. So I didn't see anything." And he steps out of the way and lets you in.
Plunking Clarity down in a
Yep.
space where her box won't get tripped over and going to my room and sleeping.
Okay.
Thank you, Figginies.
And then boom.
You are welcome.
Uh
Yeah, I'm crashing
okay.
up the
And
stairs with
Um,
Ignis or something, just real quick. Hey, I, what happened? Madness? Are you all right. Seemed you and Phoebe seemed to be, I don't know, it seemed bad.
He tried to drive us mad.
Oh, God.
It was not a fight we were prepared for.
Good thing that worked then. Get some rest.
You as well, Escrivelas. Did the dog follow me?
Yes.
Nice.
The dog is. By the time you turn around to see if the dog has followed you, it has been. It's being all but. And I use this in the nicest possible way, fought over by the acolytes, in that they're all trying to pet it at once and feed it snacks and give it toys and bones and yeah, the entire lower echelon of the priesthood of Hephaestus is loving all over your dog.
Well, Iphigenes wasn't sure he was going to keep the dog, so if the dog wants to stay with the temple, he can stay with the temple.
As you turn to head, you make that decision and head for your room. You feel a warm snoofling on the back of one of your calves. When you turn around, the dog gives you the bump, the headbutt, right in the back of the knee, and then looks up at you like, "Where are we sleeping?"
Open the door to the room.
Uh,
Points.
And yeah, the dog lets you go in first, but then as soon as you go in, he comes in and sorry, they I haven't decided the gender of the dog. He comes in and they scoot around the whole room, sniffing everything like they're making sure everything's safe for you. And then you know they approve because they go over in the corner, kind of pull a tapestry down off the wall, and make a little nest, a little dog bed, and I just lay down and look at you and go.
I suppose I have a dog now. I will have to figure that out later. Start taking the armor off and
Yeah. Nightly
getting ready for
maintenance.
bed.
Yeah, nightly maintenance and off to bed. Okay. Um, it's at that point you hear a weird knocking on the door. It's like it's not like like a hand. It's more like somebody's hitting the door with a piece of pottery. It's a weird sound.
Open the door?
And a little over waist high is the Pithos, with an appropriately sized, much larger sized hope sticking out of the top. And she looks at you and she's just in hope form. There's no fancy going on. And she says, can I come in for a second?
Yes.
And she,
Guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she grabs the rim of the Pithos and starts rocking it and then, and gets it up on an edge and kind of rolls it into your room and then comes to a stop. And in that process, they grow, and the Pithos grows until she's looking you straight in the eyes, and she says, "How you doing, Iphigenes?"
Well enough. How are you?
"Oh, I can tell fibs too. I am also well and perfectly okay. Want to try again?"
Sorry.
It's okay. I love hope. So that's
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry. I think that is a compliment.
Uh, okay, back in character. Grumpy. I am grumpy. I just lost a fight. Well, round one of a fight. In the past, that would have killed me. I am struggling with this.
But you won. And she looks down, like past her own belly into the Pithos. He's in there. You won.
I know. I will accept this truth in time, as I have before. But I need time.
Is it because it was tough?
It is because it was in my mind, not at the end of my spear, nor sword, nor glaive, nor my own fists.
Huh. It's almost like your real strength isn't in your weapons at all. And she just innocently looks up at the ceiling.
I disagree, but I know better than to fight with a god.
So you know they're lucky to have you, right? Can you imagine how dead they'd all be over and over and over again if it wasn't for you?
Who are you speaking of?
Oh, the rest of the fated. You know, Esker and Phoebe and Clarity.
I do not know. Another fighter would have been chosen in my place, were I not available or chosen at all.
And then they would have failed. Um, you're probably not going to get this reference, Iphigenes, but you're Sam Gamgee, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I do not know who that is.
And she says, "Yeah, but I'm like that. I'm like watch," and you get all three movies in just like a second into your head.
More mind things. Please do not do that in the future.
Oh, sorry, I should have asked permission, but I'm kind of mad at you, so I didn't ask. I just showed.
I preferred that hobbit over the others.
Well, they're all hobbits for you. You're Sam. I'm not going to show you again because you said not to, but you're Sam. You're the, and they lean in, you're the hero. You're the spine. You're the one this whole thing hangs on, Iphigenes.
No pressure, I see.
Well, there's lots of
You
pressure, but there's also wine. And she pulls out a bottle of wine out of the pithos.
only one?
For starters, and she just, and with her thumb and just pops the cork out. The other hand comes out with two glasses and way past where you're supposed to, like full glasses. And then she puts the bottle down on an invisible shelf inside the pithos and holds one glass out to you. You've earned it.
Thank you. And I'm guessing this is like god level wine.
Oh yeah. And she holds out her glass to you and says, "What are we toasting?"
To the future.
To a future that wouldn't exist without you. Clink before you can fight. And then she has a drink.
He's not going to repeat it, but he's going to chug the wine anyway.
Yeah. And a glass leads to another glass. Is this okay? If you get drunk with Hope tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Constitution though.
Yeah.
Although it's god level wine, so I don't
It's
know.
no,
I kind of
it's
want to make a save
you get
to see how well he holds it.
well, I think considering you're partnering with Hope, you hold it exactly as well as you want to. The She keeps saying things over the course of the night like, "No, you're still tight in the shoulders. Have another one. Just relax." And she's getting pretty drunk herself. Like she keeps pretending she's gonna fall out of the pithos, even though she can't actually leave the pithos. She's like, "Oh no!" And every time you turn around, there's another glass and another glass, and it's just. She says, "Where the last thing you remember is," she says, "we're not gonna stop until you laugh." And that's if. Did you want to respond to that before you fade into the happy fun times? or just leave it there?
Do not tell me what to do. Passes the fuck out.
And she goes, "Phew, one down, two to go." And she rolls the Pithos over to the door, grabs the handle, pulls it open. She looks at the camera and says, "Yeah, I can come and go as I please, pretty much." And then rolls outside, pulls the door shut, and rolls down the hall to the next door. Esker, in your room, just as you've settled in, there's this weird knock on the door. This doesn't sound like pottery. This sounds like somebody banging on the door with a silver spoon, like it's metal on the wooden door.
Yeah. Who is it? Wait, Hope, is that you?
How the hell did you guess that? From the other side of the door.
It's you make a distinctive metal sound.
Are you saying I ping? Open the door, Esker Valis.
I'll put a letter in.
And yeah, she does this time when she comes in, she does the rock back and forth like just dunk 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 coming forward and kind of rushes you into your own room. And then rocks back and bang. Don't worry, Phoebe, we're getting there. Everybody's getting a visit tonight. Esker, they slam the door shut behind them, and they look at you and say, "So, why are you still here?"
What do you mean?
I mean, you got like sent here, right? You
Yes,
haven't got
yeah.
you haven't got oh, I know what the saying is. Not your circus, not your monkeys, right? Oh, sorry. And you see circus.
That's the one.
You see a flash from the future, right? Of circuses and monkeys and
Oh, that's actually quite apt. Well, what? Yeah, I was sent here for still on assignment, I guess. Job's not done yet.
Yeah, yeah. So why would you face madness in that case?
Why?
You got sent here, but why do you stay? And she reaches out and hooks your chin because you keep looking down, and she lifts it up, and it's like a vice under your chin. There is no resisting this, right? And she looks right at your face and she says, "What do you care about, Esker Valis?" And there is judgment, like there is instantaneous death hovering on how you answer this question. No consulting with the morning crew.
No, I'm telling the morning crew to put earbuds in so that we don't get any feedback.
Okay.
Are you guys getting feedback? It's so quiet.
No, it's just my gain is really high, so I can hear. I'm just worried
Yeah.
Okay.
because this we're not on bidirectional anymore, so
I'm
it should be
opening
fine.
Twitch so fast.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah. Oh, just a quick aside. Player has been looking down at their microphone to make sure that this is actually getting picked up. Because this character is so quiet.
Yep. So why do you care?
I think. Well, it's been a job so far. I care because I don't want to fuck this job up. So that's bad on my rep, whatever meager rep I still have, and that's. You don't cross a guy like rumor has it. He's scary. He'll find you and I don't know, call you bad names and stuff if you mess with him. But
I'm gonna need more than that.
I think it is more than that now. I'm invested in these people for some reason. I don't know why.
If Rumor died right now, would you stay?
I think I would. I think so. I mean, I'm in too deep now, but it's such as that.
I liked it better before that last sentence. But as long as you'd stay anyway, then I trust you. Has anybody ever trusted you before?
No, no, certainly not.
Huh. And she reaches up and her hand goes through her own chest into her body. And she can and holds up this little golden box. It's like a little tiny golden chest. Hold this for me. Keep it safe.
What is it?
It's me. Kinda. I need that to stay alive. I need it to stay with the fated. I need it to be in the possession of one of us. Hold that, Esker. And when this is all done, you can give it back.
All right. And they kind of tear up at that a little bit, and they're in their mind like they're holding hope,
Yep.
not just her, but like the like hope itself,
Yep.
holding something honestly almost entirely foreign to them.
Yep. And you stare at it so much that by the time you look up, somehow she and the Pithos are gone. And it's just you sitting in your room with this little chest.
Yeah. Sit down,
Yeah.
tuck it away somewhere, and go to sleep.
Yep. Thank you, Phoebe, for your patience. I'm going to do one more. We're going to do you last because you're the furthest away. She has the furthest to roll to get to your hideout. So, out in the hallway, in Hephaestus's temple, in an invisible box. Clarity, what are you doing? It's been like this is probably a couple hours later because they've done these other two things.
Oh, she's probably like either asleep
Yeah.
or
Okay.
praying.
Okay. I like praying. Who are you praying to? Apollo, right?
Apollo.
Okay. So you're in your little space praying away to Apollo, and there's sort of a thumping sound behind you. And when you turn around, the front of your box is open, and in the space standing there is the Pithos, but sticking out of it is Apollo in all his glory. And it's a second before you hear and realize it's actually Hope. Standing there heroically looking like one of Apollo's, looking like the statue of Apollo, right?
Hmm.
And she giggles and she says, can I come in? Oh no, we've lost the connection. Hopefully they come back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. And they shrink down as they come in. They kind of do that weird thing that you do where space doesn't work in here anyway. So they just kind of, and they're the right size when they roll in. And so they're eye to eye with you again. And so yeah, they, welcome back. We saw your internet was pooped, but you're back. So it's fixed. So you hardly missed anything. So inside Clarity's box, Hope looks at you and says, "You want to hear something weird?
Sure.
I'm Hope, right?
Mhm.
So guess who I look to when I need hope?
Who?
You?
Yeah, first time Clarity has no way to answer that.
Uh-huh. Well, she says, and she pulls out these tiny glasses. They're only about this big. And I mean that's twice as big because you guys are half the size, right? But still, they're shot glasses. And she puts two of them on the edge of the Pithos and reaches in and pulls out these two weird bottles. One of them's got clear liquid in it, almost like a tinge of blue, and the other one looks like brown cream, like coffee with cream in it. And she starts to mix drinks on the Pithos. And she says, "Well, when everybody thought they were going to die, you just rushed in and fixed them." And She hands you a shot. And she picks up the other one.
Cheers.
And every time somebody gets hurt, you fix them. And you look down, your drink's refilled. Like she hasn't done anything, but it's refilled again. She
Just-
reaches out again, clink, and has another one.
Yep.
And then today I was worried because Phoebe and the Figgities, they were and she looks around and she goes, they were fucked. And reaches out to clink again. There hasn't been a toast a third time. It's just clink again and have another drink.
Yep.
And I was so scared. And Esker runs real fast, and I almost fell out at the pithos. Except I can't fall out, but I was still scared because I could. And you realize, Clarity, that she's losing it. Hope is losing her shit in front of you, and she's come to you for help. What do you do?
She's just gonna sit and listen
Mm-hmm.
and just let her go.
Oh yeah. So you get from her point of view since day one nothing but doubt and concern and then you guys pulled it out of your hats and then I was worried that this was going to happen. But then you put them in the bin and then I was worried that this was going to happen. And it's just it's that escalate and crash and escalate and crash. It's you kept saving me. It was always you and it was always you. You know what? And she reaches out with the last drink, and it's like Umpty Dumpty, thousands of drinks, right? Click, I'm pretty, good night. And she passes out on the edge of the pithos. And then pops back up, one eye open. She says, you've been a big help, really. And then back out again.
I think halflings have something about alcohol too.
Yep, you're
about,
resistant.
like, a higher tolerance or
Yep.
something.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just like, yep, she needed it.
Yeah.
And seeing that she's like out,
Yeah.
she'll she doesn't have much in her box,
Yeah.
but like if she has like something small enough, like like a handkerchief,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Fold it up, make a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, she puts it like over as a blanket,
Yeah.
and it's just like, good night, help. And
And you hear from deep as deeply passed out, you hear, good night, love you. And then
Yeah.
as you tuck in the sheet around them, the hanky around them, the Pithos and Hope just sort of quietly roll out of. She's still asleep. It's like the Pithos kind of does it by itself. It kind of
Mhm.
rolls out of your cardboard box, somehow closes the flaps, and then you hear it roll away into the distance. Sometime later in the evening. Oh, sometime later in the evening. Phoebe, you are in your hideout, safest place in the city, watching your gold fountain go off in the corner, thinking about the conversation maybe thinking about the conversation you had with your patron.
I'm
Yeah.
hugging the fountain.
Oh, yeah, hugging the fountain. I'm so glad to be home. Oh, I miss you so much. And you hear on one of the secret doors metallic banging. Clang, 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 clang.
I want to yell, who is there at this hour?
And you hear, it's me.
And she said to herself, I don't know, just great, when I wanted some peace.
You hear from the other, yeah, okay. You hear from the other side of the door. It's probably just best to talk to me, and then you can have some peace when I'm done.
All right. And she resignated, go and open to.
Yeah. And she rolls in the Pithos and enlarges up, so she's looking right at you. She looks over at the gold fountain and says, that's really pretty.
Thanks.
I had to come over and thank you.
For what?
For fighting for everybody. you do lots and lots of and walking away, and she's doing like the, she's mocking you a little bit, and then you run away and you come here instead of going where other people go. But you always
How
keep.
it at when Shimoki Phoebe run back to her like she don't look at Hope
Okay, so you
and
turn.
cross her hands.
Yep, and she is from behind you. You hear, but the thing is, even in spite of all of that, you always help. You helped with all of them.
Well, I didn't get choice because at beginning I said I don't want to be mixed in God's problems and kinda was forced
Huh?
to get along.
At the start, you were, yeah. But recently, she kind of leaves it hanging there. You helped the Figanese fight madness. You could have just left.
Yeah, but like I said to and she point and her head to the patron that each other face. After end these whole missions, I will get back to what was.
You keep telling yourself that, girl. Cause it's not true. Cause you already changed lots.
It's just you that think. In reality, no.
Nope, nope. It's not just me. Everybody noticed. You gave away some of your money. You wouldn't have done that. And she looks at the gold fountain. You wouldn't have done that before.
But only half. Half I still keep it.
So when was the last time you thought I'm going to leave?
Oh, for example, at funeral.
That long ago, huh?
Yeah,
And you know, because now you know for sure, nobody's keeping you here, right?
I don't sure because I feel like even if I walk away, they will still keep me to finish job.
Yeah, but that's a theory you've never tested, is it? And she
And don't
reaches.
and don't try convince me to test that.
I wouldn't dare. And she reaches into the pithos and comes out with a platinum coin, a big one. Like it's not a normal coin. This is worth a huge
And
amount of
then
money.
Phoebe eyes bright.
She flicks it and it goes into the gold fountain and it melts and starts to circulate as a bead of platinum in the golden fountain. And she
Thanks.
and she looks at you and grins and goes, "That's you.
How?
You're part of the team but not part of the mix. You're part of the solution, but you're still yourself. You could have left any time. You
And
even
she
could have used
shrugged.
that stone and left your patron and all of this behind. But you didn't."
I just hoped that the director of theater it will step to save because the actors were saying that he was different before every. I thought maybe he was good.
He was good. And even though he was gone, you still fought for that.
Yeah,
Yeah. So for that, and you look over and she's holding two glasses of whiskey. She holds
at
one
the
out.
and with grab one and said, "You are not too young for this,
Oh, I'm allowed to drink. I got a special dispensation from a god.
but you are a kid."
Compared to the gods, so were you. Here's to kids doing the right thing for all the right reasons.
She blinked, but she said, I'm not kid anymore.
Too late, you clinked. And she has the drink. Do you drink it?
And she will ask, what year is this whiskey?
It's 12 years old. It's not of age either. We should have another one. And she reaches in and pulls out a bottle and some shot glasses.
And she will say, I'm not sure how much I can limit.
That's okay. The other two passed out in like 20 minutes.
She will
and,
get,
yeah,
and she will say, that's last one for me.
yeah.
And she drank.
And you drink it, and that's the last you remember of the night, other than positive memories of partying with Hope, and you guys singing and telling secrets. And at the end of the night, she finally says to you, just before the sun comes up, she says, I'm going to put you to sleep in a minute, and it's going to be like you slept all night, but I want to ask one more question before I go.
Yes.
Can I? Okay. What are you going to do when we're done?
Get back to my old habits with staring and being outside there.
And your vision starts to darken as you start to go to sleep, the combination of the alcohol and her magic putting you to sleep. And she says, Oh, I hope not.
Why?
'Cause I want to see Phoebe the Light.
We'll see about that.
I
And
see
she
it.
also think at this moment
Yeah.
about Patron, who is the god of doom.
Mm-hmm. So Phoebe goes to sleep.
And she also
Yeah.
think for a moment, waiting for his voice.
Yes. Just before you go to sleep, you're just passing out, and you hear Hope says to your patron, You're going to behave, right? And your patron goes, If I must. Because there is, as you go to sleep, you realize there is a hierarchy. There is you, there is your patron, and there are gods.
And Hope, where is?
And Hope wants you to be better when this is over. She wants
Yeah,
you to
but
be
I'm
Phoebe the
curious.
Light. Yeah.
But I'm curious, where is she in hierarchy?
Oh, she is the creation of a god. So she is of the gods. She is of that level. That's where she gets all the free alcohol from. She's And as you fade into darkness and lie back on your silk bed where everything is stolen, the last thing you see is as your lights go out is your gold fountain with that one dollop of platinum going around and around and around. Part of the works, part of the solution, but still separate entity in and of itself. And as we leave you there, the camera swoops up into the sky over the Mediterranean and looks back at Argos. And for a moment, except for a certain brightly lit house on the hill, the rest of the city is almost at peace. It's almost okay. But there's just this hum, this tension, like one live wire just waiting to zap somebody because you're not done yet. And as you all fall into sleep slash drunken stupor slash whatever we want to call it, as Hope puts the last of you to bed, you all get a long rest. And we see the image of Hope rolling back to Hephaestus's temple through the city of Argos. And as she goes, she's humming to herself. And as she rolls up the stairs, don't ask me how, she just does, rolls up the stairs and into the temple, she rolls to a stop in front of Bophides and looks at him and grins and reaches out to give him like a fist bump. And when he does, there's a flash of light. And that's where we'll drop the curtain. It gives me a cutback to next Monday to start the next episode with them. So, but thank you all so much for tonight. I really enjoyed tonight. I hope you guys did too. You got out of trouble, into trouble,
want-
out of trouble. Yeah,
I
Phoebe?
want one thing.
Yeah.
Phoebe, don't sing.
You
She's
don't-
too dark for
Yeah,
singing.
not gonna sing still. Okay. Yeah. So you just hear Hope singing. So.
No, I
Alright.
mean when we're drinking.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah. You don't sing. She sings anyway. She's fearless. She's Jack Black. She's just singing anyway. So.
Yeah.
With that, thank you to all of my players. Thank you so much to Sarah for taking time out of your very busy day to bring clarity to today. It was so nice to give clarity all those people to save today. Like just blocks and blocks of the world's greatest healer. Just it was so good. The payoff was just like, yes, I've been waiting 13 episodes for this. Here we go. She really is as good as she says, right? So that was perfect. And the soot covered, like committed to the cause, clarity. We finally got to see her focus. Right? It takes a disaster to get Clarity's attention, and I love it. It was beautiful. Rory, thank you for Esker. They're still new. Like you've only played them for a couple sessions now, so I imagine that made it a little bit more challenging when Hope started picking your soul. But thank you very much. I got a very real feel for this character. Like, I get this character, and that's why it was so easy to find the question to ask him, like, why are you still here? Like everybody can see you're a hero, but you still think you're a rogue. So I need to ask you, right? So thank you for playing that scene out. That was really cool. I enjoyed the fight part and the Pithos thing and all of that too. But it was those 4 bits at the end that I really like.
Indeed.
Speaking of which, Deku, Lily, Iphigenes, and Fate that. And Hope. I mean, I couldn't resist calling out the grumpy old man, who's not an old man but is definitely grumpy. So I really enjoyed that scene. It's like endless hope versus endless doom. It was.
Well, it's not necessarily doom,
No.
but like resignation, resignation on here I am conscripted again.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
And you said 13 sessions. It's 12.
It's
We're
12
at
for
12.
you guys.
We
Yeah,
missed a week.
you guys are at 12. So yes, yeah. All right. So with that also, Deku, you paid me the greatest compliment tonight that there is to possibly pay to a GM. You laughed out loud and broke character, and for that I am eternally grateful because that's winning. That is absolutely winning. So thank you for that response. It really made me grin.
I'm sorry if I was loud. My
No,
volume
it's-
settings are kind of all over.
No, I don't mind at all. I was so happy. That scene made me laugh out loud. So thank you. And Janet, thank you first of all for your patience. You waited for Phoebe's scene a couple times tonight. I appreciate that very much. That scene at the end with, I mean, it was literally like yin and yang, right? I mean, it's Phoebe the Dark and Hope, except that Hope's not all nice and Phoebe's not all bad.
Yes.
So I really enjoyed that. I hope we can play on that and start to see more of that positive Phoebe. I don't need Phoebe the light by the end of this adventure, but Hope would really like to see something like that. At least Phoebe the murky, like they were talking about in chat earlier on. So yeah.
But I wish in storytelling wise, do some sort hiccup.
Oh yes.
Get back to dirty stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, there was some foreshadowing of that tonight. Your patron wants something from the Greed House, so that will certainly be a moral challenge for everyone involved. But thank you so much. We'll talk about that next week. But thank you all of you so much for playing in my games. I know sometimes especially when I do those things like we did at the end there, that it can be a bit off-putting and a little bit, you put you in a spot where you can't think of something. And I'm glad that all of you are talented enough to just jump into that space and fill it, and it was amazing. I loved every second of it. All the people in chat. Bison, thank you. Hello. you're the crossover guy. Bophades is the crossover guy, and yeah, he got told off in this universe too. So it's a kinder, gentler Bophades that answered them and let them in tonight. The timing was perfect. He would never have let them in if he thought they were actually wanted, right? But the new Bophades would, so it was perfect timing. Um, Also, anybody else? Malkavian Grin, thank you so much for coming in again. I hope you enjoyed the show. And to all of our players that also put stuff in chat, that's also, I always enjoy that. Twitch just counts them. I don't care where they're coming from. And one of the stats that I'm proudest of on Twitch is the number of messages that get sent in chat. We're like thousands a month. So Yahoo, we're communicating. I love it. But speaking of communicating, I'm starting to blither. Let's get to the good bits. If you watch this live, thank you. If you watch the VOD, where most people do, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And if you watched on YouTube all the way to here, please do the things with the buttons. Do the things. You know what they are. Other than that, it's my second game today. I'm getting a little punch drunk here. So I'm going to get out of here. But before I do, there is the important bit, the really important part of all of this. If you sat here and watched us tonight, you watched friends play a game. Friends first, game second. We are, if you come and join our Discord channel, we are behind each other 100% all the time. The support is real. The support is always there. You might not agree with everything everybody says, but damn it, we'll support your right to say it unless it's hateful. So if you want to come and play with us, please join our Discord. Let us know. Because there's not enough nice in the world. There's not enough kindness out there. So with that, thank you for putting up the Discord link, Sarah. With that, the really important part isn't the game. The really important part is community. And it's our little community, but that's part of a bigger community, and that's part of a bigger community. And eventually there's about 8.5 billion people in one community on the surface of this globe. That's the only way to look at it that makes any sense, because we're all the same and we're all worthy. So with that, if you have got the spoons, please, please, until the next time we see you, be nice to each other. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Night, y'all.